Welcome children to lecture number 4th of chapter number 9th, the fundamental rights, duties and directive principles of state policy. In the previous video lecture, we had seen about the remaining rights that the constitution had given to all the citizens of India. Today we are going to see about the second side of that particular coin, that is fundamental duties. As the constitution has given us 6 fundamental rights, same way the constitution has also given us fundamental duties that are to be followed by each and every person living into the boundary of India. The people of India were more aware of their rights and duties since ancient times. Just as the citizens are given various fundamental rights, various fundamental duties were incorporated by constitutional amendment in 1976. So fundamental duties were incorporated into constitution, were put into constitution in the year 1976. The fundamental duties aim to inculcate love for nation. Why those duties are important? It helps us to inculcate, to put into love for nation, national integrity, various high ideals and value awareness among the citizens. So the main purpose of fundamental duty is to put into, to inculcate love of nature, that is nationalism, national integrity, to see work for the unity of the nation, various high ideals, okay, such ideals that are good for the nation, and value awareness, to see about the values that create us into good citizens, thereby helping it developing nation. Okay, this will help to develop the nation in a better way. Every citizen of India should contribute towards the protection of national unity, integrity and sovereignty. Okay, so every person living in India should work for this three: unity, integrity and sovereignty, so that there remains peace, security, communal harmony and accord in the nation. Okay, why these fundamental duties are important? They are very important for keeping the peace and security into our country. If we follow these fundamental duties, then the world will, the country will remain into a very important and good state. The fundamental duties are given on the first page of your textbook. If you will see, then they are given on your first page of the textbook. They are as this: first, to abide by the constitution and respect the ideals and institution. What is the mean? Then to first is to abide, to follow the constitution and respect the ideals of institutions. Government means national institution like court, parliament and so. The national flag, give respect to the national flag, and national anthem. This is very important. We need to give respect to our constitution, to our national institutions, to our national flag and our national anthem. Second, to cherish and follow the noble ideas which inspired our national struggle. Okay, to see that we cherish, we nurture the ideas which were behind our national struggle. Now, why our national struggle was there? We know our national struggle was there to get freedom from the clutches of Britishers, to make India a free country. So every citizen needs to work in that particular direction to see that India becomes a free and developed nation. Third, to uphold and protect the sovereignty, unity and integrity of the nation. Okay, it is important duty of us to protect the sovereignty, unity and integrity of India. Okay, it is every person's duty to see that sovereignty of India, the unity of India and the integrity of India remains intact. Fourth, to defend the country and render national service whenever called upon. To defend the country, see, okay, to defend our country in any situation, at the same time to render national service whenever our services are needed For the nation, we needs to be ready. We need to be ready for the providing of service. Fifth, to promote harmony and the spirit of common brotherhood among all the people of India. Okay, to see that peace is maintained, at the same time brotherhood is maintained in the people of India. Religious, linguistic, and regional or sectional diversities. We know that India is divided on the basis of religion, language, region, but at the same time, in spite of having various languages, various religions, India is a united country, and it is our duty to see that the peace and harmony remains there in spite of different diversions, in spite of different variations into our nation. To renounce the practices derogatory to dignity of the women, to see that women are respected, and any practice which is against the pride of the women should not be followed. Sixth, to value and preserve the rich heritage of our composite culture. Our culture is very old, and we have to preserve that culture in all possible way. We have to see that the places of cultural heritage also are preserved in the most possible way. Okay, you will study about the composite culture into standard 10th. 7, to protect and improve the natural environment including forest, lakes, rivers and wildlife. It is the duty of every citizen to see that it improves, it protects forest, lakes, rivers and wildlife, and to have compassion for living creatures, and to not to harm any of the animal, and to have compassion for all living creatures. All living creatures should be respected, should be treated in the most good way as much possible. 8, to develop scientific temper, humanism and spirit of inquiry and reforms. Okay, to see that our country develops in scientific way, in humanism also, and spirit of inquiry. 9th, to safeguard public property and abjure violence to public property. Now public property should be safeguarded. As if anyone is damaging it, we should stop him from doing so. At the same time, we should abjure violence. We should not do any violence which damages the public property. 10th, to strive towards excellence in all spheres. It is our duty to see that our country becomes excellent in all parts or all spheres, in all areas of individual and collective activities, so that the nation constantly rises to higher level of endurance and achievement. Okay, so we need to see as human beings also, as a part of the culture also, and as a part of the society also, that all our actions are taking our country into the developed state, into a better and progressive state. 11th, who is a parent or guardian to provide opportunity for education of the child, or as case may be ward between age of 6 to 14. Okay, so this is, you can say, RTE, that is right to education. As a parent, it is the duty to see that our children gets the primary education which is provided by the government, and help them to develop into a responsible and religious and hard-working citizens of our nation. 6th January is celebrated as Fundamental Duties Day. Say 6th January is celebrated as Fundamental Duties Day. Remember this, 6th January is celebrated as Fundamental Duty Day. Of all these duties, some duties are backed by law. There are certain duties which are followed by law. The person violating it can be sentenced, can be punished. A teacher should make efforts so that the students follow the duties and they become aware and conscious about it. Okay, it is the duty of a citizen teacher to see that her students become rightful citizens and law following citizens. It is our duty and responsibility as a citizen to see that the various social evils and custom prevailing in a society should be eradicated. Okay, there are a lot of customs that are into our country which are not good or which are not right, so we should see that such customs are removed from our country, are removed from our society, and our society becomes a good society which follows good customs and respect each and every citizen, each and every animal, and each and every living beings. See which kind of customs are there. Then untouchability. Right now untouchability is not prevailing. Okay, but in ancient time untouchability was one of the major problem for the people. Second was drudgery. Okay, the drudgery can be defined as, you can say, monotonous, continuous hard working without a proper pay. Okay, it's like, you can say, compulsory or very hard labor. Child labor is also very offensive. It is not good for the country, at the same time society. Women's exploitation. Okay, women are exploited in different ways, physically, sexually, mentally. They are harassed into the society, so that is also not good. Dowry is the age, okay, asking for money or any kind of other things while getting married to a girl. Female feticide is killing female child into the womb. Okay, then there are ill customs. There are certain customs related to different religions that should be removed. And superstition, okay, blind belief should be removed from the society. If we remove all this customs which are evil customs, which are bad customs, then our country and society will become a better society. Our country will become a developed country in a real sense. These duties are directive in conveying us that what as a sensible and aware citizen must do. Okay, as we are citizens of this nation, so as a citizen, what is our duty, what is our main path that we should follow, that we should walk on to make our country better nation. If citizen propagates the importance and utilization of fundamental duties, then future citizens develop the feeling of national responsibility, international brotherhood, and exploitation-free society. Say, if we right now propagate the importance of fundamental duties, then the future citizens, okay, will follow it. Right now, if you will put, like, suppose if you are outside into a garden, you see you are eating, say, wafers, and you throw the wrapper of that wafer anywhere, then your younger brother, sister, who is also with you, will also follow it. But if you put that wrapper into a dustbin, then your brother sister will also do the same. So it is purely upon you, say, present citizen, to mold the future citizen and to develop the feeling of national responsibility. International brotherhood, not only brotherhood with our country, but international brotherhood at the same time. Just an exploitation free society. There should be a society which is exploitation free, which is respectable to all, and all citizens of India should be respected, should be given proper treatment, irrespective of any religion, any caste, any color, any region, or any system. Okay, then only India can become a developed nation in all the aspects. So we are keeping till here into this particular video lecture. You have to read the portion that we have done today, and also see the videos that we have posted previously for understanding the lecture and the chapter in the most easy way.